Hey everybody, James Wilkinson here. Welcome to the Kickstarter for my board game, Sovereign's Dread.
Sovereign's Dread is a tactical card-based board game for 2 players, based on the world from the graphic novel of the same name. The gameplay of Sovereign's Dread combines Duel Monsters style gameplay like Magic the Gathering with resource management like Monopoly. In the game, you take the role of commander of your chosen nation, engaged in continental war over the magical resource known as Netherium. Your base game comes with 3 different nations. Each one includes a unique illustrated playboard, 3 commander cards to choose from, each one fundamentally altering how you play, 5 hero cards to choose from for your champion in combat, a 30-card deployable deck containing your armed forces, spells, and equipment, your resource card deck, 5 territory cards of different cities and settlements, as well as gameplay counters, a d20, and a d6 die. The first of the playable nations is the Hublin Dukedom, ruled by a governing nobility, an educated nation of knights and sorcerers, the most flexible and tactical nation. Hublin is for the strategic player. What they lack in ferocity, they make up for with their ingenuity. Next, we have the Malhazard, also known as the Dread. Tribalistic warlords from across the sea. Wielding innate magic, they mold flesh into armies. The Dread is for the aggressive player. Although titanic in proportion, they are heavily reliant on their singular hero. The Dread are also the only nation with a customizable commander. And lastly, there is Ortalia, a desperate nation on the verge of collapse. Netherium has been abused as a drug, granting the user superhuman abilities at the cost of destroying their bodies and minds over time. For players who love chaos, Ortalia is the only nation whose fate can rest on a d6 roll. To play a game of Sovereign's Dread is to try to outwit your opponent. The gameplay is built around the management of 2 resources. Your primary resource used for all things practical, such as building and buying territories and arming your forces. And for all things magical, there's Netherium. Each nation utilizes their resources in unique ways to aid their style of play. There will be 3 game modes at launch: Basic Mode, Standard, and Dread Mode. A game can last anywhere from 40 minutes to 2 hours. I will be reprinting the original 3 volumes of the graphic novel, which will be included in certain pledge tiers as listed. There is also an option for retailers for bulk purchase. There is a special pledge option to be a part of the game, in which I will create a custom card of your likeness, which will be an alternate version of any of the commander or hero cards of your choosing. There is also an early bird discount option available for those who have been following closely, which is limited to the first 25 pledges. The first stretch goal is the inclusion of bonus hero and commander cards. If we hit our second goal, there will be a 4th nation added to the base game at no extra costs.
Thank you so much for listening. I hope you're as excited as I am to get this project going. 2.5 years in the making. Let's make it happen.